Bam, 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 bam.
What's good, family?
And
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our episode
11.
10. Oh, 11.
11. We on episode 11, man.
The second 10.
Yeah, the 210, because we're San Antonio. Welcome to the Mirepoix. Bam, bam, bam. Hold on. Welcome to it. Thank you all so much for joining us, as always. We are here, episode 11, Tailgating. And just to jump right on into it, never forget, a Mirepoix is a fun little reduction of onions, carrots, celery, cooking a little bit of butter, making a great little base, a mother foundation for all sorts of sauces. And we bring that same energy to you. We are the mother base, the foundation for a base of good conversation.
Great conversation.
Food, good drink.
Yes.
And just kick it off. My name is Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias, and I'm here for you, bringing to you not only a great podcast, a great conversation, a great little fun time with each other, but, you know, I also represent the Guild, nice little collection of great people here to bring you great service, no matter what your business may need. And today and always, I am joined by
Chef Kayas from the Chef Kayas Experience, where we provide a fantastic experience brought to the comfort of your own home or the environment of your choosing, meaning that we bring our services to you. Wherever you would have us, that's where we want to be. So we're very happy to be here today, man.
Episode 11, tailgating.
Yeah, tailgating under some bad circumstances.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
He coming right into it.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Hell no.
Well, neither am I, but we're in San Antonio.
Yeah, I was about to say we are in Texas. Yeah, sorry, but
yeah, I think we just lost some viewers.
Drop down. Beep, 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 beep.
But happy to be here, and obviously we are talking about tailgating, the food, the experience, all things that go behind it. But before we deep dive into that, man, how you been, brother?
Oh, man, as always, living the dream, getting to talk to a lot of cool people. I'm working on the quote-unquote launch day or launch party for all my digital services, my digital content, all that fun stuff. I'm bringing it out. So coming soon, we're going to have launch day, launch party for the Guild TX. Get ready for it. I'll start blasting it. We'll start blasting it soon.
Word. And that's all happening in-house, or you using some other folks to help you?
So I'm outsourcing the graphic design aspect of it, but as far as the creating of the content, the planning, every other little detail, I'm trying to oversee that myself, take care of that myself, and make sure that I get my touch and my influence on what the Guild is.
That's what's up, man. That's pretty dope. We just did a catering for 100 people this past weekend on Saturday. We went to Curryville to this beautiful ranch. Shout out to my client, Laura. She was a fantastic person to be around. So was her family, her friends. Her ranch, bro, was magical, man.
Oh, dude.
It was it felt like a trip, if you catch my drift, man. It was a beautiful, mystical looking building with all types of exotic animals, like
I saw the zebra.
Donkey zebra. It was a crossbred of a donkey and a zebra. A
deer, bro?
A zonkey.
A zonky.
Yeah,
hey, dude, we off the zonkies.
That's the college talk coming at us. But yeah, it was a fantastic time, and got a brunch this weekend. Preparing for a wine dinner coming up in December, so y'all stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some details out to you guys ASAP.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
And so, that is us. That's where we're at. And today we talking tailgates, game day culture, sports life in general. And honestly, I've just been staring at this plate of food. Like, I know you've been talking. I know the camera's over there. But as always, I want to eat.
I want to eat, man. The food. Let's dig into it. So, I was the chef for this afternoon or evening. We had our buddy Chef Gilberto do the ones and twos last week.
Yeah.
But I had to get back on it, man. So tailgating, my ideal tailgate food consists of three main components. You obviously have to have the wings, no matter what. I'm a wing guy. That's like one of my favorite things to eat ever. So we did a balsamic barbecue glazed smoked wings as well. And kind of, got a nice little fry on them on the stove as well. We have some potato skins, loaded potato skins.
That's what I'm eyeing there.
Deep fried, kind of sliced them nice and thin. So really hearty. Did some some sour cream, some bacon, onion jam on top of that as well. Some Gouda cheese, extra sharp cheddar, some fry sauce. That's gonna stick to your bones right there, buddy.
All day.
And then the other aspect, you need a sandwich, bro. If you are at a tailgate and you're just running around the room and your team just scored a touchdown, you got an interception, fumble, whatever, you need something in your hand that is going to sustain all of that excitement, man. So just the feeling of having a sandwich in your hand, bro, for me, that is saying you weights tailgate friendly, man.
Well, shit, but before we start tearing in, before we start cutting into everything, you want to swoop around, hold it up to the camera, let them see all that we're working with? Because we need to get the close-ups for you.
Hold up.
Let's get that food rolling, because it's one of those things, too, and then we'll dive all into everything, but the time and effort we got to, that Kai's put into this little thing, just let us handle your tailgate party for you. And here, I'll be the announcer. Boom.
It's right there.
And here we are, a little bit up, a little bit up. Oh, yeah, you can see the skins, the wings, the sandwich. Ooh, look at that little rotation on it. You know that you want to get in on this. And this is, if I could have this back when I was tailgating at ASU, oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. That is too much. Look at the sauce. Look at the drip.
It smells fantastic.
Oh, it's all looking good. It smells good. And like I said, if I could have had that when I was tailgating over at ASU, ooh. We were having, college poverty on a stick. That's what we were eating over there for our tailgates. And just looking at this makes me it heals my inner college boy, and it heals my inner tailgater to be able to enjoy something like this.
Yeah, to that point, man, this is not your college student tailgate.
Hell no.
This is more like the parents of the alumni, the alumni parent, tailgate right here, man. We were eating hot dogs and frozen burger patties and lots of ice bud ice. It's been a while.
Hey, and to that extent, to capture the tailgate feeling, essentially, I made some punch. Of course, looking the right way. There's the way you bring it in the car, you pour it up for your friends.
Yeah, man.
And honestly, it really does hit the spot of punch, which was essentially the little battle I was playing today was, what's the difference between punch for a tailgate and a cocktail? And I found that difference, and it definitely does exist in the actual punch. Cocktails are smooth, they're dangerous, they're dirty, and so is this punch. It's smooth, it's dangerous, but it has that punch. We use tequila, a little bit of orange liqueur, a splash of mezcal to bring it to life, a whole bottle of Viognier, a wonderful white wine, and then a fruit puree I made myself, a little bit of pomegranate, apples, pears, kiwis, and of course some lime juice to bring it all to life. And to say it's dangerous is an understatement, because
and once again, this is not your college student.
No, oh man, oh no.
Did you hear the different wines that he put in there? The mezcal, the tequila. This guy made fresh juice to make this
my
punch.
Own juice.
Yeah, so a lot of effort is going into this elevated tailgate. We'd love to see something like this at the Alabama championship. Even though we lost the game Saturday, man, it's not the end of the season.
Yeah, hey, you mentioned that heartbreak right at the top, and I knew what you were going to talk about, and then you asked if I was a Cowboys fan, as if they don't experience loss on a daily.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience for the Cowboys. Man, I could really dog out the talk Cowboys right now, but we're trying to keep the little views that we got. But back to Alabama, man, we was watching the game while at work at the ranch, trying to cook these people, prepare this beautiful meal for the clients with a smile on my face. After seeing Alabama miss that field goal and then Tennessee double back and make it, it was crazy. And shout out to my boy Desmond, who's also from Alabama, who was there working the job with me, and we were able to share that pain together. But one thing that does help with pain, bro, is food and booze.
Oh, dude, good food, good drink, good company make all the pain go away.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, those are the three foundations to our Mirepoix right there. Good food, good drink, and good company. And, I was seeing something. It said it was Tennessee, right? Tennessee, it was their first time beating Alabama in 41 years.
Yeah, had to be while I was still alive.
Yeah, I mean, we got to bear witness to some tragedies here as millennials.
You know, even the great fall, but they also rise again. So, like I said, it's not the end of the season, but you know.
How is their schedule looking? Every time I tune into any Alabama game, they're winning.
Nah, everybody plays their best game against Alabama. That's how that works.
Yep.
And then also, Tennessee was ranked number 6 anyway, so they were big dogging it up this year, doing great things. Got a good quarterback, good team coming in. So they played a pretty good game. We barely lost. We just got our quarterback back in, so
it's times like this. Whenever something like this happens, I'll always be the first to say, I blame the economy. I blame the economy.
Oh, man.
And, you can say, too, they cheated. They cheated. But it looked like a good game. Seeing the score, seeing the highlights.
Well, it was crazy.
Dude, these potato skins are crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here. I mean, y'all know, I gotta eat.
Yeah.
But, man, these potato skins are good. I'm not going back to nachos. Sorry, Mom, Dad, and all my ancestors.
So you prefer potatoes over tortillas?
All day. Now, I will say this. Would I eat a baked potato over a taco? No, not at all. But tasting this, I'd much rather have that. Dude, imagine having like 3 baked potatoes, though. That's the baked potatoes.
That's all you need, man. Less is more.
Hey, baked potatoes are heavy.
And I actually think potatoes are healthier than corn. And not that we're here to talk about health, but they're slightly healthy.
Yeah, dude. That's what they want you to believe.
Yeah, I mean,
tacos are the key to everything.
I'm gonna believe it. I love potatoes. There's something about, especially on game day, man. The chips, have some crunchy chips. Let's get into the wings,
dude.
Slow smoke. You gotta have barbecue at a tailgate. True or false?
100%. True. 1,000.
Yeah.
If there's not a grill out there, I'm not grabbing food from you.
It just doesn't seem real. Like it's just synonymous, man. It's Saturday. No matter who's watching, no matter who's playing, you got to have something smoking, grilling, that fire aspect.
Oh, dude. Because you got to get hot. You can't cook with cold grease. You can't cook with cold air. And you can't tailgate with cold food. I mean, you can, but you also do need some barbecue, though.
100%.
So let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
This menu right here, right now.
What's up?
Just like the old food trucks of old, the old chuck wagon. They post up on the side of the road and sell to them cowboys. Would you do this in a parking lot at a true tailgate, or would you put this menu on for a nice little tailgate party?
Do both. I feel like this type of menu. You know what? Actually, I'll for sure do the wings.
Dude, these wings.
Because all these other things require me to fry something. Kind of sizzle. And that's something great that you can do at home. Or actually, if you have a state-of-the-art tailgate, man, a lot of people bring
pop-up equipment,
Yeah, for real. So, just kind of, depending on how serious the client is about spending that cash. Because, I mean, this was quite, it wasn't too hard of an effort, but to do this in the middle of a parking lot.
Yeah. For all the people that are going to be walking by and say, "Oh, can I try
that?"
Yeah.
So, what was your tailgating experience as a college student, man?
Here's the thing. I went to ASU. I went to Arizona State. As a little background, before we dive into how my tailgating experiences were, ASU, when I got there, it was the second year that they were a dry campus, meaning you're not allowed alcohol on campus. We were still the number 7 party school in the nation. In fact, we were the only dry campus that made it onto the top 150. The next dry campus that was in like the top party schools was ranked 151. We were ranked number 7 while still being a dry campus as a party school. So I will tell you this, my tailgating experiences started off great. We would all walk together, get all the dorm classmates, all the roommates. Everyone would all form ourselves a happy little line. We would be drinking a little bit in the dorm room, but then we'd all head out to the parking lot. And I can tell you, I never once paid for a ticket. Even in the student section, they were like $250. Even crazy, like in the cheapest, yeah.
Crazy.
So I never actually went inside of a game. But let me tell you this, the parking lots, Those were food festivals.
Yeah, it probably was more fun than being at the actual stadium.
Oh, man. For me, all day, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm an ASU fan for life, throw up the pitchfork. No, I was there to be a student. I was there to have some fun. I was purely business, get in and get out. It was parties out in parking lots. Tailgates, that is what I think of when I think tailgate is party, party, party. It is the rows and rows of these massive parking lots that fit thousands of cars.
Yeah.
And you just walk around as if you were at a shopping mall, but everyone's got beer pong tables, different drinks, different food. And it's just you just walk around. Who feels like sharing? Who feels like throwing down? We'll make trades. Somehow it went back to the olden ages where you're trading off like, hey, I'll give you like 3 cigarettes if you give me, a shot of this bottle.
That sounds like fun, man.
Well, what was your tailgating experiences like?
Yeah, so I went to this liberal arts school, private Methodist. Such a good guy from Montgomery, Alabama, and I was in marching band. So while y'all was tailgating, we was tooting some horns and beating the drums. But, I tell you what, man, a couple of years ago, I have a cousin that is over the Alumni Association at Prairie View, HBCU in Prairie View, Texas. And he was like, hey, man, eventually we want you to come out and cater our events. But this year, why don't you, buy a ticket and come see how it goes and X, Y, and Z. I bought a ticket. The ticket was like $180.
Ooh.
I'm like, bro, this is not even the game ticket. This is just the
You want to hang out with us?
Yeah. I was like, okay. But he said, it was included food, drinks, whatever. So I'm thinking, we're going to eat some Rotel dip or whatnot. Bro, I get there, the tent was about the size of this house.
Oh.
I'll tell you that back. It was bigger than the house, obviously. It was probably from the street all the way to the backyard.
That's a good 7,500 feet.
With leather couches, DJ, a bar.
That's a tailgate experience there.
Buffet table or buffet style food catering with 3 courses. So they did buffet style for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, hold on. They were tailgating all day?
Yes, sir.
I thought it was just like...
No, that's another thing. I feel like tailgating has to be an all day. Considering the game is like a midday thing.
Yeah.
Mind you, this was homecoming too.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was their homecoming game. So, all right, so cool. Come in, eat food, drink all the drinks, word. Go to the game, game's great. Go back, eat dinner. Okay, cool. Then all of a sudden, bro, the whole campus turns into like a nightclub, bro. I'm talking about concerts outside, bro. Just it blew my mind, bro. And that was my first real tailgating experience.
So, that is a tailgate experience.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That is because I was just about to say, let's take this on the road. Let's go swing by, get a Bama home game for you, set up in the parking lot and do some great things. No, I want to do that now. I want to do that. I want to set up our luxury tent.
The experience.
Oh, dude, all day. The experience defines everything. Perception is everything, but good food is one thing. Good drink is one thing. Good company is one thing. When you get to do all the little details, orchestrate it all beautifully dude, I want to party at that tent.
Yeah, that's when you got something special. I mean, for me to still have that memory of it, that specific memory, it just lets you know that made a real impact, man. And people are serious about these tailgates, bro.
Dude, all day.
I'm talking about people would have 18-wheeler size grills and smokers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the DJs are out there, all types of games, and it just gets really serious. So, especially in places like Texas, man, where sport is king. So it's definitely a big deal. So
I will say, it's the only thing a Texan will support is a sport team. Don't get me wrong, everyone talks about Southern hospitality and being lovely and all that. Man, no, I've seen pop-up chefs out to dry with having, 1,000 comments, all local, saying, we love you, we can't wait to see you. Yeah, you go to any tailgate, you go to any sporting event, you go to hang out in the Spurs parking lot.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a party. It is... It's just, I don't know, the art of partying and the art of pre-gaming. Hell, what was it? Technically speaking, as we were doing our research on this, we kept finding that what is considered the first tailgate, quote unquote, is the Civil War.
This is crazy.
They were out here pre-gaming the Civil War. They set up right on the sidelines, like, all right, these guys are about to kill each other.
Yeah.
Who's got a grill going?
Yeah. Who's got the booze?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a Team Union, 100%.
Yeah, imagine having them like jerseys out there.
Yeah, I'm blue, I'm red, cuz.
Go big blue.
Yeah, just imagine that, right? Like during a whole war, people are in their minds compared to where we are today. That was their sport.
That was their sport. I mean, I know some people still act like it today. Let's not get it twisted, but I could not imagine. Oh, the Vietnam War. Hold on, let me bust out a lawn chair. Let me get courtside seats to this, because that's how they were doing it.
Yeah.
They have pictures over at the Battle of Bull Run with people setting up picnics right there. You know, we mentioned the Chuck Wagon earlier. It also popped up in our research as essentially the first food truck. But these people were customizing their wagons so you could travel from battlefield to battlefield and set up food and drink.
Food truck.
Yeah, a literally food truck next to a war battlefield, as if that was like, hey, come check it out. War is happening.
Yeah, that's just that's really wild. And then so then they took a break during Prohibition.
Yep.
You know, they was party hard, party hard, and then obviously Big Brother stepped in. But as soon as the 23rd Amendment, 22nd, 21st,
21st Amendment, no more prohibition.
Hey, I guess that makes sense. 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no more prohibition and back to the party stage.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. So was it Penn State or Pittsburgh?
So I think Princeton was the very first ever football game that had what was considered America's greatest cocktail party. But this was like back in 1870s, 1880s, somewhere around there. But I think the very first football game that happened post-Prohibition was actually a Packers game, nonetheless. Green Bay Packers game. And it was one of the first ever games of the NFL.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, dude, can I couple of papers?
Those cheeseheads.
Hey, people know how to party all the way around. Because, if you think about it, people have been partying forever. Even the original Socratic seminars, quote unquote, where old philosopher Socrates would gather his students around. They would drink ambrosia, which is just like honey wine or mead. But yeah, they would sit there and they would just drink and talk. And they would pregame their, all right, class, today's discussion is going to be the view of self. And they would all meet up an hour before and just be like, all right, let's drink some ambrosia. Let's get to know each other. Pre-gaming, partying, and honestly, event planning. Like, just to take it to that extent, it is so much fun. Talking about how the difference between tailgates. Mine is walking around a parking lot as if it was a music festival, going from tent to tent to drink and eat and meet new people and hang out with them. Versus, the luxury tailgate experience.
Oh yeah, man. I'm definitely going for the luxurious tailgating experience myself, especially after seeing that. Oh, bro, that's just, you see everybody else sweating outside. It's hot, especially in Texas, man. You're on a Saturday in the fall, still 90 degrees, hitting 100.
Humidity.
You're drinking liquor. You're eating all this food. You've been up since 9 a.m. Bro, I really appreciated that tent with the couch, with my drink just,
right at your beck and call.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just crazy how there's nothing new under the sun. To think that, when we were doing our research on this tailgate, thinking that this was, relatively new experience. No, man, this thing dates back. Medieval time period. It's pretty cool, man, that we as a people, it's in our nature.
Dude, we the people.
It's in our nature to want to party, eat good food, and drink booze. It's awesome, man. It's quite a reception.
And that is definitely something that, I look during this football season, during these things, and especially with the Super Bowl coming up, I can't wait to either host my own Super Bowl party or have someone contact me and say, hey, these are the people I'm getting together, and I don't want to have to lift a finger. Can you just plan everything around the Super Bowl for us? Design the game day cocktail. Bring to us the food. Make sure it's good. Make sure, you know what I mean? Like,
did I show you that house that my client supposed to be?
Oh, because you're doing a Super Bowl party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lady is booking a house on a
Oh, yes.
It's like
yes.
Like a 15-bedroom, beautiful modern home right there on the lake. And it's just, it doesn't even look like something out of Texas.
Yeah.
It looks like it's out of LA or just, it's beautiful. So we're going to be doing a nice little spread on Super Bowl Sunday next year, man. So
if they're lucky, they get to see these same things. This is, woo.
Yeah, this is really good, man.
Dude, I'm about to break down the sandwich. Okay, so break down the sandwich for me one more time.
So pretty much we got some buttermilk brined fried chicken, some buffalo sauce, buttermilk ranch. We had to get some type of vegetables in there, so I put a little bit of greens in there, some mixed greens, buttery buns, and some pickled cucumbers. Fancy there. Yeah, man.
Dude, that is...
Take a bite.
1 bite challenge, 10 out of 10 right there.
Word, bro. I want to eat.
I want to eat. Honestly, I cannot wait to start doing more of these game day events because it's one of those things that, like you said, it's human nature to party, and it's our nature to help you party easy. Hell, we'll make sure you get good food, good drink. We'll design it all nice, make sure the atmosphere is good. Hanging out in a good place, not walking a parking lot, but instead under a tent. The very first football game I ever went to, college football game, it was ASU's homecoming game my freshman year. And for those that didn't know, now you know, I was actually on a full ride scholarship to ASU for, my brain sense. And they wanted to honor me and the 16 other academic full ride scholarships that had been brought to ASU.
That's a flex.
Yeah. So here's the not flex, though. They wanted us to come out as the homecoming game, streamed on ESPN. We're going to be live. And they wanted us to come out during halftime after the band performs. They wanted us to walk out. They wanted, thanks so much. But as you know, with universities, they have a whole bunch of different colleges within that university. My college was the Barrett Business College. And there were a lot of other colleges. There was the Barrett Honors College. There was the, Science and Academic College, all named after like people or things or however ASU choose to name their colleges.
Yeah.
So the 17 of us, 16 of us walk out with these shirts that say, I love, and then our college's like acronym, the first letter of every word in the college. And if y'all paid attention, you can put together what that shirt said. I did not go out on that halftime show. I did not go out into the field, stream live on ESPN wearing that shirt that said, I love, and the first letter of the 3 words that make up the college I was a part of. But I tailgated. I hung out in the parking lot, and I had myself a good time. Because truth was, I did not love the Barrett Business College. It was a means to an end for me to get that nice little degree.
That's I'm surprised they even let y'all do that.
Oh man, I looked at that shirt. I almost wore it for this podcast to be like, look how ridiculous this shirt is. But it is just, I just didn't know why it existed. I was like, who passed this through? Who allowed this to say, you know what, this is what we're gonna do?
Much more, I want to see who did wear it. It's
Hey, scroll back, 2012 homecoming ASU game.
That's crazy. My first college football, probably was college, man. Like I said, I was in marching band, bro. So, and then not even just that. I went to a Methodist private college. It doesn't get like much. I mean, I met some pretty cool people there. Let me not knock out Huntington College too bad, but
hey, what happened at Bandcamp?
Exactly, bro. It literally felt like that, like a bunch of nerds. All in one school, man.
Oh,
it was everything that you could imagine. But the parties were pretty lit, man. They did.
Dude, that was the beauty of college, man.
Yeah.
It was just a collection of people all getting to know what it means to be an adult.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Let me ask you this, man. If you could come up with your perfect tailgate menu.
Oh man, okay.
With the booze and all, like walk me through this dream of yours.
Yeah, let me design for y'all. The Guild presents your tailgate party. So we're not doing this at your house. No.
No, it has to be there.
It has to be there. We're gonna rent ourselves out an appropriately sized tent for whatever the amount of people are. I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's going to be part of, just like you said, the Alumni Association.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be able to fit 100 to 150 people. And what we're going to be doing is, one of those back walls. You know how there's 4 open areas to a tent?
Yeah.
The one on the back, boom, 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 filled with projector screens galore. Or TV screens that are just playing the game or the ESPN talks, whatever it might be. In front of that area, we got the games lounge with a few different beer pong tables, a few different cornhole stations, maybe some of that outdoor Jenga right in the middle.
This is off the dome right now.
Yeah, no, I'm freestyling this whole event for you.
This whole event.
And with that, then instead of leather couches, because like I know my peoples need a seat. You know, you need to be comfortable. I think we can get some really like nice lawn chairs to add into the vibe because we're going to be right in center stage. Behind our tent will be the main entrance to go into the stadium when you're ready to go. And from there, we'll be able to, obviously what we really want to capture is that tailgate experience. So up front, the front wall, as you're entering, is just them 18-wheeler sized grills.
That's crazy.
Popping off, where we're going to get every single smoked grilled item. We're going to have hot dogs with some nice sausages. We're going to have, whatever, wings, hot dogs, burgers, of course.
So you can tell where his mind is at. Like, you're definitely in event planning mode. Because I said the menu. You gave like 0 thought to this menu, bro. You done built a whole Sims life of a tailgate.
What I'm gonna do for the menu?
We're gonna get some hot dogs. And I was like, yo.
Here's what I'm gonna do for the menu. I'm gonna go.
Come on.
Hey, yo, Kais.
I'm right here.
We got a whole tailgate event because if it's gonna be so if I'm focusing on my menu, if I'm creating the food, I'm imagining I'm feeding my family, and we are tailgating not a college football game, but instead we are tailgating right in front of the Alamo Dome, Colombia versus Mexico.
Yeah.
And that's
divided.
House divided. And we're gonna get ourselves a nice little tent to fit the 8 of us. We're gonna be smack dab in the center, surrounded by all the people, and I'm gonna be hitting out dude. Okay. So there was sometime that I made fajita tacos for one of my friends. He had his own ranch. We went out there. It was essentially catering, but not. It was like, hey, dude, you come over, you supply the food. This dude's going to come over, bring all the booze. But anyways, fajita tacos, marinated nice all day long prior to firing it up on the grill, chopping it fresh, doing a little mango pico de gallo because, we got to bring it nice like that, a little ají. And essentially every item I make is going to have the Mexican version and the Colombian version because it's a house divided.
What does that look like?
So,
break down the difference between the Mexican version and the Colombian version.
A Mexican tailgate is tequila shots, beer pong, Calle 13 playing, and then eating things like little street side asada tacos, right? Little street tacos. A Colombian tailgate, it looks like you're listening to some good old-fashioned cumbias and salsas. You got arepas, you got empanadas, you got chicharrón.
What we had last week.
Yeah, and then the chicharrón is essentially a giant, you just make a big sausage, you case it yourself, primarily pork. But then the way you score it and cut it and deep fry it is what makes it a chicharrón. It's tough. It's almost like jerky.
Okay. So a chicharrón is not the pork skin? Or is this like a different...
So a chicharrón is essentially like a sausage. And so Chicharrones are like, yeah, you can have your little pork skin,
Okay, so
little
there's
cuts.
two different words.
But it's also every country speaks their own version of Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a Puerto Rican is going to tell me, no, chicharrones are blah, 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 blah. And it is what it is. But I would essentially have menus from both. I would have drinks from both. And we'd be playing some loud music. We'd be partying, getting to know everyone. My mom would be running around being like, oh my God, y'all are too drunk. Y'all are having too much fun, man.
Yeah.
Trying to keep us all PG-13 and making sure we are presenting ourselves nobly. And it'll be a blast.
Yeah, according to Cassie, her tailgate parties are a lot more boring. We're going to Roberto's party, man. Yeah, that sounds lit, bro. And to think this was all off the dome, that's a hell of a freestyle, man.
That is a freestyle right there. Yeah. The 5 fingers of Eden.
So if I could bring that into comparison, what would a Southern Alabamian tailgate look like, man? I'll say it'd probably be a lot of fried catfish.
Ooh.
Yeah, some fried catfish. Some mac and cheese. Probably meatballs. Sausage, cocktail sausage.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce and stuff like that. Lots of Budweiser. Alabama is really big on Budweiser. Texas is more so on Bud Light and the lighter beers. That's an interesting fact. Yeah, but some potato salad. You gotta have the Southern style potato salad, man, with the eggs and the mayo, mustard, relish.
I was just about to ask you a mustard or mayo kind of potato salad.
I gotta have a mix. It has to be mayo based, but you gotta put some mustard in there for the tang, bro. It's all about the balance.
Yeah.
You're not a mustard guy?
No, I love mustard potato salad. Sometimes when they're too mayonnaise-y, I back off.
Yeah. So I don't want it to be too mustardy either.
Yeah.
I want it to balance. I want it to be mayo based, but you gotta have a little mustard in there, man. To just, spice up the life to lift it, as Gordon Ramsay would say. It needs a lift. You know what I'm saying? So lift that thing up. Sandwiches, I think they do a lot of cold cut sandwiches. It's a lot of hood food.
Dude.
Hood barbecue stuff.
You mentioned them cold cut sandwiches.
Yeah.
When I made it to the varsity team of my football team back in high school, man, dude, on game days, they would have Subway cater them hoes. Like, I'm talking, Subway would come out with their 60-foot long sandwiches. You could kind of build your own with all the fixins.
Yeah.
But I was just sitting around. I'm like, hold on, our school is dingy, rundown. Our walls are yellow. But for a football varsity game, we're getting Subway to come cater it.
Yeah, that's Subway is cheap as hell.
I mean, yeah, but bro, the $200, $300 it costs to get that Subway catered, it's someone to bleach the walls, dude. Our walls being stained yellow.
That's crazy.
I was not a fan.
You can tell the priorities, man.
Yeah,
you can tell the priorities. Let's talk about these. There's an issue right now, man. I don't think it's too much of an issue, but I see people in Alabama complaining about these turkey legs being $18 per turkey leg.
I'm going to compare that to Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard was originally much cheaper than regular mustard. It was the poor man's mustard. And then television came around and advertisement came around. And Grey Poupon, that company, they came together and they started airing advertisements that made it seem snobby. And then 10 years after the fact, Grey Poupon Dijon mustard is like the most expensive thing.
That's crazy.
And I feel the same with turkey legs because they be doing crazy turkey legs.
Yeah, but I mean, so I think of in terms of the value, right? Yeah, it's a turkey leg, but you got to kill a whole turkey just to eat one leg.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's huge. Like, literally, 4 or 5 people can eat a turkey leg.
Bigger than a bottle of wine.
Yeah, so, I'm not opposed to it. And obviously, if it's good, I don't mind paying for it.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my boy Marcos. He said, I think Mexicans would have birria and street tacos, Mexican burgers, aqua frescas, fruit cups, tequila, and we listen to the corridors too.
I'm assuming he make cumbias. But autocorrect. Dude, autocorrect does not help out for us Spanish speaking people. Literally every word, even if that's the English version, quote unquote, of the word, it'll try like, oh, we autocorrected it for you. And it does not. It does not autocorrect well.
Hey, so walk me through a Mexican burger, man. I see that a lot at food trucks. Whenever I go to a food truck, is that essentially just a burger with avocado?
I was gonna say, have you ever had a torta?
Yeah.
Where it's essentially the base level of torta is a ham and cheese sandwich with tomato, avocado. It's on the fixins. That's what makes a Mexican burger. Essentially, throw pico de gallo on it, and now you have a Mexican burger.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone will have a different technique and a different we put fajita seasoning on the ground beef. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a burger with the non-traditional toppings because, we can do a whole episode on burgers alone.
I was going to say, it would be very interesting to do different versions of tailgates. Maybe next year, our episode 200, or probably 100 and something by then. But to do international versions of tailgates, if that's even a thing. Well, apparently... So, we got our buddy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone will party, especially, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Latinos will take any excuse to party.
I know, man.
Yeah.
My first time moving to Texas, I got invited to a baby shower, one of my coworkers' baby showers. And, dude, everybody was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. And I'm like, dude, y'all drinking at the baby shower? I went to a baptism. Yeah. I had a christening party. Everybody was drunk there. Are there no boundaries?
No, dude. My best. So I came to America, grew up some, and then I started going to all my friends 1-year-old birthday parties.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked by how well behaved everyone, how these parties were actually meant for the child, ages 1 through 6. And I'm like, since when are birthday parties for a toddler or a baby for the actual child or baby or toddler? These parties are for the adults, all right? They survived 2 years taking care of this baby. And it was such a...
That's funny.
It was such a sigh of relief when my first Hispanic Latino friend had his child. Because that 1-year-old birthday party, here's the bounce house for all the family's kids. And then here's 3 coolers. And mind you, this guy, he's bougie too. We worked at Bohannon's together.
Yeah.
The good life. Each cooler had a craft cocktail in it, So one cooler had French 75 with the champagne bottle right next to it. One straight up had daiquiris in it. And another one, he had made mint julep to where all you had to do was get the shaved ice in your cup, put a little mint leaf, and then pour it right out of the cooler like this.
Yeah, that's very bougie.
Oh, dude, yeah. And it was for his son's first birthday party. I honestly, shout out Steven, I do not remember anything from his 1-year-old's birthday
that's
party.
Crazy. I'm sure the 1-year-old doesn't remember either.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, but definitely puts things into perspective, man. Parties out here, and is that just the whole culture? The whole Latino, Hispanic culture is just
at different levels, yes. Because, in Colombia, my mom's family always tries to act like too rich blood for partying.
Yeah.
But then we'll be, for no reason, our uncle's favorite show came out. Let's pop champagne. Let's get some good finger foods. Let's all gather around the TV and watch it. I'm like, y'all like to party just the same. You're just doing it with different drinks.
So my family's the exact opposite. Like my family in Alabama.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers last year for Christmas, we were trying to drink on Christmas. And my dad just, no drinking in the Lord's house, okay? This is God's house. How can you disrespect me like this? We're not even drunk, okay?
It's just a glass of wine.
Yeah, it's just I can smell the alcohol. I know it's in there somewhere. Do not put that. So it's just crazy to think how different upbringings can be, man, and in the level of partying. I thought I was a partier until I moved out to Texas and realized, oh man, I'm a child. These people out here party like grown men, and they've been doing it since they were 6, 7.
Dude,
you know,
all day.
Yeah, they you know are born with a beer in their hand, like literally. So,
Dude, and that's hearing that, talking about these different parties, and just reflecting, bouncing all that in my head.
Yeah.
It definitely is. A tailgate's just a party. It's a reason to party, sports themed, and at the end of the day, we all like to have a good time. And really quick, I got to address my boy Marcos talking about waking up in critical condition. I'm sorry, Marcos. I've never had a hangover. I have the Lord's liver in my system. But I do feel for you, and I feel for anyone who, does not have the Lord's liver. How does Rick put it? I have the hardest working liver in the galaxy. I also drink a lot of water, and I like to sweat a lot. So that helps. But
naturally.
Yeah, I am a sweater.
Yeah.
But on that note, though, to the regard of partying and pre-gaming and tailgates just being parties and events that are sports themed in some sense of the fashion, let me ask you, Mr. Chef Kai's experience, would you be open to catering tailgate parties?
Of course.
Would you go to the stadium and set up in the parking lot with them?
100%, man. And that's what I wanted to do on many occasions with my cousin, who is over that alumni department at Prairie View. These are engineers, so alumni engineers.
Ooh, they know how to party.
Yeah, so they know about partying, and they got the cash. So, that would have been something great to where I could really elevate a tailgate experience for people that want that type of experience, bro. Dude, we did a bacon onion jam. I didn't even tell you, but I did a truffle oil on the potato skins that we made with a bacon onion jam. Did a little bit of fried sauce, some Gouda, some. We can do this. We can give you guys an elevated, party style, cocktail style, game day selection. And I think there's a market for that, man.
Dude, all day.
Everybody loves sports. Everybody loves to party. You put 2 and 2 together,
Dude, like the boxes at football games, the little president boxes, the sweets. Yeah, I could definitely see that there. And what's funny is how when you and I are thinking about tailgates, for instance, I'm over here trying to picture like Chef Kais will take care of food.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of a few cocktails.
Right.
I'm over here like, okay, what's the party look like?
Right.
What's the environment look like?
The whole environment, And so that just kind of lets you know that's the Mirepoix for you, man.
Yeah.
You handle what you do well, and I handle what I do well, and you bring it together, man. You got a delicious pot of a great time. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all are interested and need a tailgating experience,
let the Mirepoix handle it.
Please, we already have it right now. Brilliant minds think alike. So this plate, man.
Dude, that plate.
It's amazing.
I really am trying to be more well behaved. For those that do watch us on the regular, or if you just saw like 2-3 episodes ago, where the infamous "I like to eat" comes from.
Yeah,
it's where I cleaned up the whole plate, just sitting here drinking, chatting, and just kind of devoured the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be a little bit more well behaved now, and I'm wearing a soccer jersey for Team Colombia, so I can't really. I don't want to represent like that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a Colombian soccer jersey. What's it doing? Oh, it's eating all right.
It's eating, man. It's skin tight.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Don't worry, we get it right.
But and then too, I'm cooking. I eat as I cook, man. So I was full before the plate even hit the table, but we definitely want to bring y'all into our world and get you to see what we're doing.
What we can do, what we can create, because maybe it's just the punch.
The punch is amazing. This, you know what it reminds me of, bro? Twisted tea. It's just light. It's refreshing. I feel good.
Yeah, dude, I feel good. And mind you, we had like half a cup before the show started. I've had maybe half a cup since the show started.
You put like 4 different types of
there's alcohol in there. It is a punch. That to me is the big difference. A cocktail allows one alcohol to shine through the use of other ingredients. A punch? I raided our cabinet. I was like, all right, we got some tequila and mezcal left over from the night before. I'm still sitting on this bottle of white wine. I haven't had an excuse to drink yet. What else? We got some orange liqueur. Okay. Glug, 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 glug.
Yep.
Okay, now what can I add to make this taste good? And, we create our own fruit juices because for whatever reason, I have an obsession with creating everything from scratch. Like, I looked in the fridge and I saw we had like strawberry lemonade,
we had like
some
4 or
Arizona
5 different
teas.
juices, and I come home and he's got a blender, chopped up fruits, and he has a whole like operation going. I'm like, man, what are you doing? Oh, I'm making fruit juice. I was like, I see the strainer out. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, but that's the passion behind wanting to do something exceptionally well and do it the best that it can be made. So.
And honestly, I do these things just to understand it, just to like really truly understand what it is I'm working with, because I am my brain work different, and one of the ways that is a true statement is that if I don't understand something at like a cellular level,
that's a good question.
I cannot move with it.
That was a good question. Cassie said, so at events and parties that you cater, would you drink with your clients if they encourage it? So I'll answer that. When I first started, I was completely no drinking on the job whatsoever, right? Wow. But this is my second year, a lot of my clients really want you to participate in their fun.
Yeah,
they don't want you to be just a spectator. Just imagine that you're throwing a party and you got this one guy that's just sitting there all uptight. No, I'm just strictly business. Like, you can imagine that kind of ruins your fun. So in moderation, I definitely drink with my clients if they're encouraging it. I'll say like let me finish the job first. Let me make sure I handle my business first. But if they're very persistent in getting me to do that, hey, pour it up, baby. Let's go. Let's
go. And I will say that is a super good question that gets asked so many times when it comes to like bartenders, bars, restaurants, the whole 9 yards. And so my first like real serving job where I was trying to be a professional in the career of service industry was at Bohannon's. Mm-hmm. And Mark Bohannon spares no expense in bringing to life the greatest experience he can, as well as a fine dining steakhouse can. So one of the things he did was he hired this gentleman, Sasha Petrowski, rest in paradise, my friend. Sasha Petrowski. He, if anyone has, I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but it was a movie called Hey Bartender. This gentleman actually almost single-handedly brought back the art of craft cocktails and creating, especially here in San Antonio, that elevated bar scene that we also enjoy. Honestly, all stems from Sasha Petrowski's hard work and also him coming to San Antonio because Mark Bohannon was paying the bill and really pushing that culture forward of craft cocktails, of wooden bars, things like that. And one of the things that he preached to us while training us was that you have to drink with your guests and your clients. Mm. Now, I will say this. There are some clients, some jobs that I will take that obviously you don't want me drinking. You don't want to see me drinking. You want to have your own party and make sure that you can look over and say, hey, there is someone sober right there who's going to take care of everything that I need taken care of for me to get loose and enjoy myself. Yeah. But as you mentioned, there are some people that, man, it would feel so weird. It's like, I'm here to have some childish fun, to drink, have a good time, be buzzing. And then you see that one adult in the corner who's like judging you and is like, why are you doing this? And so it's both ends there, and it depends on the client. But yes, I will never hesitate to drink with a client. If they come up and they offer a shot, I'll say, hell yeah. Hey, y'all want to get in on this? Who wants to all do a shot together? And I will have that fun with them. Yeah,
reading the room, man. It's all about reading the room.
Knowing your audience.
Yeah, and I'm really proud to say, too, I took out my crew. I just started working with 4 people. Got 3 new guys that I haven't worked with. And we all went to the ranch. And the guests had offered them drinks while I think I went to the restroom or something. And I came back to hear that they all declined. They said we're working. I'm like, shoot, she didn't offer me one. Let me go grab my drink. So yeah, just being able to read the room, and also, make sure it's okay. Like,
yeah, make sure your work comes first too.
Yeah, I like that. I'm sure there are boundaries, but turn up.
Yeah. Because if you can still get your work done, because I will say this. If you are that client that is like, oh yeah, I want my people to drink with me. If you're here in the same room, I want you to be having fun too.
Yeah.
They don't want you getting sloppy and like, hey, the food sucked, the drink sucked because why you got too drunk. And that's why, like you said, hey, let me make sure I'm at a good point to make sure that my brand and my product and my quality is protected.
Yeah.
But from there, hell yeah, let's turn up.
Once it's all said and done, let's get it. That reminds me of the time that we went to that one other ranch that we went to. And it was funny because this was like a business group.
Yeah, like a leadership
retreat. And these leaders was like, hey, come take a shot with us, chef. You're a little uptight, man. Take shots with us. I'm like, no. Let me finish cooking your bone and pork roast and polenta and all these other things that I'm doing right now. And then as soon as dinner was over, it was like, yo, let's grab a drink and head off to the street, to the countryside. So,
well, would we climb in all the little Polarises, all the little different ATVs, and just, all right, let's throw drinks in our hand and go.
Yeah, I still have to go to Bohannon's.
Oh, yeah. Even my boy Marco's hyping up. Yeah, dude, it was... I will say this. If anyone ever asks me, man, how are you doing this so young? How are you the youngest director of operations in Texas? How did you make all this happen? A, I have the Sharingan. And B, I've put myself in a great place to succeed. And one of those places was Bohannon's. Having unlimited access to a rank 3 sommelier to sit there and ask him all these questions... To have the owner sit there and let everyone know, if you ever save me money, thank you.
Yeah.
If you ever don't spend my money when you could have to provide a better experience, you are fired. And having to actively sit there and like think of ways for how can I spend this guy's money, create value with it, and make sure that the customer walks away beyond happy. And it was a challenging environment, but it was a very fun environment. And having everyone so like-minded, I don't think I've ever, for the rest of my life, have worked in an environment or with a team that I had as much fun as Bohannon's with.
Wow.
Even here with the Guild, as I'm building my team and as we're putting together these events, it feels like I'm still chasing that high of being, 21 years old, putting on the suit to go be a server, going through a day's shift and handling the 600 covers we do in one night, and then going out and drinking with everyone and like everything just hitting on every note, everyone having each other's back. It really does feel that everything I do is chasing that high.
You know what? I wonder if that age has anything to do with it. Because I think of the same thing, man. I definitely wasn't at Bohannon's at that age. I think I might have been at Logan's or Olive Garden, but it was just something about that age of hustling with these other young guys just to go out and party and have a good time afterwards, man. It's something about that age.
Dude, it's that age and V-Bar.
Yeah.
I have lost too many memories at V-Bar. But yeah, like you said, though, that age and that, like, being the greenhorn, being experienced. It's like watching a movie for the first time. That was my first time being a professional in the career of the service industry.
Oh, yeah.
And now, I'm an old grizzled veteran. Like the last place that I was a director of operations at. I mean, old's a mentality. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that way though, because the last joint I was at, I'm sitting there and I'm hiring these like 19 and 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, still in college. And they're coming to me with that like first time excitement of like, I'm in the service industry and I'm good at it.
I remember that.
Pride in it.
Yeah.
And I see there and I look at them and I'm having these conversations with them. I'm just like,
give them time.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them time.
You'll come to learn. You'll come to understand. You'll see why, especially as a director of operations, I'm coming into this I don't want to say stressed, but very heavy, and very like, hey, it has to be perfect. Oh, why is it going to be perfect? We're having so much fun and the guests are okay. No, 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 no. Guests will always be okay. That's what it means to have Gilbert be in charge of something. But we can always do more. You can be better. You can learn more about your wine. You can do more about your food. But they're sitting there like, oh my God, yay, fine dining, elevated experience. That's what they all sound like to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's very intense, man.
And so yeah, I guess as we wrap this up, reach out to the Mirepoix. Let us handle your tailgate. We're gonna have some fun. You might even see us post up for a UTSA game. You remember that UTSA Houston game?
Oh man,
dude, that was good football.
That was the first game of the season.
That was the first game of the season.
Yeah, that was a pretty. I think UTSA are they completely defeated? They're like 0-5. They win any games?
Most likely, but I will say this: they've been putting up a good fight. That was probably one of the best college football games. What was it, double or triple overtime?
Yeah, and then we deflate. I'm very curious about that UTSA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been a great game. And so I guess your point is pretty much saying San Antonio is starting to build up a need for a tailgate.
Yeah,
UTSA beats a ranked team, which we're hoping that they can do that because we love our city. But they're able to do that, yo. Please do
so they win against unranked teams and then they lose to ranked teams. I think that was the statistic I saw. But please do allow us to put on this tailgate event for you. Allow us to create or, hey, like I said, we might pop up at UTSA. We might get our own big old tent, charge admission tickets and things like that. So be sure to come support. And be sure to let us know what we can do to support your viewing and pleasurable experience here with the Mirepoix.
Oh, yeah. And we're also very interested in having more guests. So if you're a listener and you know somebody in the service industry, via management, server, chef, whatever, you think they might be interested in joining our show?
Dude, like if we could get, whether it's current or previous, like a food and beverage manager from like Hotel Valencia or something, that'd be super cool.
I think I know a guy.
Dude, and honestly, I think that's what I like most about our chat in our YouTube or on Facebook or whatever, is the fact that those are the kind of people that are coming to support us. Those are the kind of people that are sitting and hanging out in our chat is, oh man, I was the manager of this place. Oh, I'm a chef here at this place. Oh, I do this, I do that. I'm a caterer here. I do pop-ups event there. And it's really fun and it's really satisfying to see the culture in the community and being able to bring all those minds together, because sometimes in some episodes I'm just sitting there staring at that live chat as it goes and it's not even about us anymore. It's just like, whoa, dude, you did this. Oh, let me talk to you about that. Can you believe they're doing this? And it's a nice little feeling.
It's a community, man.
Yeah.
It's a community, and that's what food does. It brings people together from all different walks of life. Oh, UTSA got a little something.
Yeah, so what's UTSA's record right now?
So right now it looks like they are...
Ooh, they're 10-68?
No, 7-2.
Like 7 wins, 2 losses?
5-2.
Like 5 wins, 2 losses? Yep. Oh, okay, UTSA. Yeah, so definitely UTSA alumni. I know you out there. You listening. You scoping us. Let us put on an event for you.
The Texas and UT game.
Uh-oh.
That was a crazy game, too. But, yeah, man, we'd love to be able to bring that experience to you guys, especially to our road runners. Shout out to the 210 home team, baby. We do respect. I didn't mean to disrespect y'all like that. 0-7? Oh, I definitely got a few wins.
Yeah, well, okay, they haven't beat a ranked team yet, but they have defeated all their unranked opponents.
That's exactly what they did. They beat all the ranked opponents and none of the ranked teams. So maybe it's just a mental block. Maybe you guys just have to stop seeing the ranked number next to the team and just playing like an unranked team.
Yeah, dude, all day. And so to that end, as far as what's coming soon, what is to come here involving the Guild, the Kais Experience, and the Mirepoix. For the Mirepoix, as always, make sure to stay tuned to all our socials. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I took the time today to start cleaning up some of the YouTube, start adding in some of the playlists to make it easier to just binge watch it, binge listen. We're going to be playing around with Anchor soon, seeing how we can get ourselves on Spotify, Pandora, plenty of different places. For the Guild, stay tuned. Our launch party is coming soon. I'm going to find a place to host it, invite everyone on out to show exactly what we're capable of, and you know, let me walk the stage. You know, let me do the catwalk, baby.
Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
Oh, the runway. That's what's coming off the catwalk. Let me hit the runway.
With the catwalk.
On the catwalk, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm actually still looking for some individuals to join the team. So, in addition to people hosting or being our guests to the podcast, if you know anybody that might be interested in working with your boy as a chef, server, whatnot, we are looking to really expand. We've got some big things coming up, and I would love to be fully staffed, and ready to go when that time comes. So it's all about growth here, baby. That's the Confederate surrender flag, right?
Yeah, waving the white flag. We are good. We are done. Hey, really quick though,
For sure.
for chat and for everyone else, look right there. Boom! Don't that look nice? The Mirepoix, tickle, tickle, tickle. We have a little halo around it because you know we only doing the holiest of things out here.
Oh yeah.
And then boom, we got a little flowers.
A little garden over
Yeah,
here.
we touching on with the details. We building. We told y'all this day is coming, and it's coming, and it's coming. We're gonna hit that promised land. It's real. Is real. We're gonna hit that promised land.
Yeah, this is actually a really good look right now. I'm looking at the setup, and it's pretty dope.
Maybe we could put a little PowerPoint up there, and I could like hit the next slide. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining the Mirepoix. It's been great sizzling with you. It's been great reducing down. It's been great creating the base for all this wonderful conversation we had today. The food was amazing. One of these days we'll do an outdoor live episode. Let y'all join in and eat some of our good food and drink our good drink. But this has been Gilberto Casimiro Valdez.
It's your boy Chef Kais from the Chef Kais Experience. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And y'all tune in next week for our episode 12. What would it be? It's going to be our episode next week.
Episode 12. Episode 12.
We'll get back to you on that.
Just know that it's going to be the 12th episode. We're hitting up our dozen, but not the baker's dozen.
Hey, here's a challenge for the listeners tonight. Bring somebody next week.
Yeah.
First, make sure you're subscribed right now. Please make sure you're subscribed. And then also next week, bring a friend. Please, please, please bring a friend. We need that. We are looking to grow. I think we have about 30 subscribers now.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, you know what? If we can get, I will. You heard it here first, mixtape.
Right here.
When we reach 100 subscribers. If we hit that before my birthday, November 17th, for anyone that wants to buy gifts, you know, Cash App, link below.
That's exactly 1 month from today.
Yeah. So if before then we reach 100 subscribers, I will give you all the Mirepoix freestyle. You heard it here first, mixtape.
That's going to be serious.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty serious.
Put it on my name. Put it on my mama. Give me 100 subscribers before my birthday, 100. And I will give you all.
So that means that this has to compound. You have to bring a friend that brings a friend. That brings a friend. Mm-hmm. So come through, family. We really appreciate y'all for listening. Y'all all have a blessed night and stay hungry.
This has been the Mirepoix. This has been the Mirepoix. Mirepoix is